herb thing sort of came about accidentally, I guess, but it sort of combines three passions. I like cooking, and I like gardening, and obviously I love painting, and it just brought the whole three together. It is definitely not just a plant growing. I mean, I love herbs as things anyway, and they're such beautiful. I mean, a thyme with those little twisty stems and the lovely little leaves, they're just beautiful things. See, with a herb, you can sort of look at it in two ways. There's the sort of horticultural side of it, and sometimes I do like a setup where I've got a herb with a clay pot, and I've got quite old and used gardening implements. But also there's the culinary side, and I do like to set up a scene where it's like someone's cooking, and I mean, one of my favourites was actually called red wine and pesto, and I had this lovely big basil plant with all these shiny basil leaves, the pine nuts and the garlic and the olive oil and a little bit of lemon, and then a bottle of red wine. You can't make pesto without a glass of red wine, and that just made a lovely composition, quite a big painting, but really enjoyable to do. The whole thing was, because it was just something that the pesto was just something I love making, and all the things in there were just lovely. You know? I mean, my palette is laid out with the same 23 colours, sometimes a couple more, sometimes a couple less, depending on what the subject is, but it's the same colours in the same order. It's pristine. I don't have, I like to know where my colours are, and my brushes are all neat. I don't leave any brushes with paint on at the end of the day. I wash everything up. I don't get paint on myself if I can help it. I am quite sort of tidy in that sort of sense, because my subjects tend to be a bit sort of wild and, herbs growing all over the place. But in terms of the way I work, very, very organised. When I was at Chelsea this year and I was painting, and I had some of my paintings around, everyone said, God, they look like photographs. Oh, that looks like a photograph. And it's just the thing that everyone says, and it is, in a way, what I'm trying to achieve. But a photograph can be quite flat and dead. But really, I'm trying to get this sort of trompe l'oeil effect where you can sort of almost put your hand in and touch the leaf. That's why I paint everything at actual size. I want people to feel that you can always, it's like a little box you can put your hand in behind, or pick up a glass, or knock an apple and it'll roll over, and get the texture and everything. I just love still life, and I can't see myself doing anything other than still life. So I just keep within the genre of still life. I think there's enough to keep me interested. I can chop and change.